Hello everyone. We'll just wait for some more time so that everyone can join in and then we'll start. Right? Okay. Meanwhile, as everyone is joining, is there anyone over here who has been debating since long? Like, is there anyone who has some sort of experience in debating? Okay, Garv. Right. So, Garv, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am, I'm unmuted.
Right. And rest of all, please, if possible, can you all turn on your cameras because it feels better, right? Yeah, I'm yours as well. Like, is anyone of you who has experience in debating everyone, etc., etc.? Okay, there's Akshara, there's girl. All right, that's great. Okay, so since how long are you guys doing so? Your voice is not audible, is it? To the rest, is there
It's
some problem
audible.
with my voice? It's
Oh, it's
audible.
audible.
Okay. Full problem. Just Afia, I request you to please try rejoining once because it's audible to the rest. Okay. All right, here's Ramya. Okay. Right, so we should have around 40 people. We'll just wait for some more time so that everyone can join in. Yeah. Meanwhile, Garv, you go first. How many debates have you experienced? Like, have you been to some competition, some intra-school, inter-school competition?
I've been to two inter-school debate competitions,
Okay, that's great.
and one
All
was
right.
done recently. Only last month I did one.
Okay, last month was what was its name?
Name was Behes.
Yes. Okay, okay. Which city are you from?
I'm in Pune.
You are in Pune. Right. Akshara, what about your experience?
I have done one MUN by now.
Mhm.
It was recently just this month. So
Okay,
yes, that was it. That's all I have.
that's great. That's great. So I'm assuming some offline one or some online.
It was offline. It was offline.
It was offline. It's great. And which city are you from?
I'm from Noida.
Noida. Noida. Wonderful. Right. We'll just wait so that everyone can join in. They're still joining. It's 4:30. We will begin at 4:33. Okay. Meanwhile, is there anyone else here who has some sort of experience in debating or MUNs?
Yes,
Who's this?
I am
Ganesh?
Ayog Agarwal.
Ayog. Ayog. Okay.
Ayog
Yeah,
Agarwal.
Ayog. Okay, Ayog. So how many debates or MUNs have you been to? Hmm?
Three or four.
Three or four. That's
Three
wonderful.
or
That's
four.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, just a second.
Hello.
Just now. Yeah, Ganesh, go ahead.
Actually, my name is not Ganesh. My name is Abhigyan Shankar.
Okay, right,
So
right. That is your father's name, I expect. Okay.
yes, yes. So I
Okay.
have been to 2 to 3 debates.
Mm-hmm. You have been to two, three debates. That's
Yes.
wonderful. And Vinayak, what about you?
No, actually, my name is Gauri Adpai. Yes, I,
Sorry, you don't?
I'm Gauri Adpai.
Okay, Gauri Agar. All right, got it.
Yes, I
What
just
about you?
wanted to say that last year I went
Actually,
for
sir,
an
you are not
inter-school
audible.
international competition for hearing out.
Ga- Gauri. Do you have some Bluetooth connected?
Yes,
I think there's some sort of issue with your mic in the Bluetooth. So next time if you speak, just do one thing. Just disconnect your Bluetooth for the time you are speaking, and then you can connect it back. Okay? All right, Gauri. Wonderful. Yeah, just some more time, guys. Let the newcomers come. We should have around how many? Just a second. We should have approximately, all right, there should be a good number of people, 40. We have as of now, that's 32. Okay. Yeah, enough. Go ahead. Yes, enough. चलो चलिए. Uh, okay, guys. So I think we are good to begin. Second, I also share the group to one or two people. The link to one or two. Just a second. Someone is unable to join. Wait, let me redirect them to someone so that they can join in. Just a second, guys. All right, so everyone, we'll begin now. Okay, so before we come to the main content, first of all, welcome you all to this workshop. But I don't want to go to all those formalities, and I'm sorry if any one of you was expecting that. I'm not going to do that. Just I'm going to ask you all one simple question. How many of you over here are going to debate for the first time? Please raise your hand. Okay, that's about 18 people. Okay, that's great. And oh, 21. All right, more are raising their hands. I'll just wait for a second. Okay, so 21 of you. All right. And how many of you have been to some sort of debate or MU? Yeah, who was it? Afia, are you speaking something? So, how many of you have been to some sort of debate or MUN? Please raise your hand. Okay. We have 6 of you. All right. That's good. That's good. Okay. You all can lower your hand. All right. Now, beginning with the main thing. See, guys, before we come to the main thing that for today's session, what I want to tell you all is how we'll be going through in all the sessions. Okay. Now, I know that for you all, the topic is turncoat debating in extempo. But what you need to understand is that turncoat debating is a part of something known as conventional debating. Okay. And I would request all of you to please mute yourself if you're not speaking something. If you want to speak anything, please raise your hand. Okay. All right. So, yes, Rana, go ahead. All right. Moving on. See, guys, turncoat debating is part of something that is known as conventional debating. Okay. Now, what is conventional debating? What is collegiate debating? I won't go into all of that because that is a lot theoretical, and so that will get boring for you all. Okay. So for now, just understand that turncoat debating is part of something that is known as conventional debating. Okay. So, in order to teach you about turncoat debating, what is first required is that you all have a good control over conventional debating. Is that clear? So, most of these sessions would be focused upon how you can handle conventional debating well enough. All right. Once that is done, then you can handle turncoat debating in just one session. Okay, that's very simple. All right. So, we'll be beginning with conventional debating first. Yes, Prashant. Okay. Now, I am going to share my screen. Please let me know if it's visible. All right. Is it visible now, guys?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Great, great. See,
Yes.
my
Yes.
camera will be off because I'm sharing my screen. So both of them, so I can't turn on my camera and share my screen at the same time. But I want you all to keep your cameras turned on. All right. Just give me a second, guys.
Yes. It is visible.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now see, as I told you, that we'll be beginning with conventional debating today. Now, for those of you who know about debating or have done some sort of it in the past, I know you guys already know this. The next slide. But because there are many first timers as well, so I'll just quickly tell you one simple thing that you all should be knowing, that in a debate, you can either speak for the topic or the topic which is also known as motion. So you can either speak for the topic or you can speak against the topic. Now, speaking for the topic would mean like that you are saying that this motion or this topic is true and you will prove why is that topic true. Okay. And when you are speaking against the motion, you are essentially saying that this motion or this topic is false and you will be stating your reasons as to why you think that this topic is false. Okay. Very basic, simple thing. Now, a mistake that some of your batch one mates did was that some of them, a very few of them, were speaking both for and against the motion at the same time. See, guys, when you are doing a debate, you can either speak for the motion or you can speak against the motion. You cannot switch your sides in between the debate. You need to decide one and you need to continue with only one stand. Okay? Is this clear? I hope it is fairly simple. If any one of you has any doubt in it, please do let me know. Please raise your hand. Okay? Considering none, are you moving on? Yeah, Akshara.
So in the book you said, I skimmed over the first few
Mhm.
chapters, and it in the
Mhm.
first it's written glossary, in which there is switching sides of an argument from proposition to opposition and vice versa.
Mhm.
You said that isn't
Right.
possible, but here it's written.
Mhm. Okay. See, Akshara, in conventional debating, it is not at all allowed to switch your sides. Okay. But turncoat debating, which is a specific format of conventional debating, in that you need to switch your sides. Okay. And that we will cover when we'll come to turncoat debating. But from a general debate point of view, you cannot switch your sides. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Great. Anyone else? Okay. So I'll be moving ahead. Now, guys, once we've done that, let us come to the thing that what is the structure of a debate? Guys, see, when you all will be writing a debate, most of you will write a natural one, something that comes to you naturally. And this is something that I have done for a lot of my own time. Okay. But the problem with that is when you write arguments that come to you naturally, and when you write to people find difficulty in understanding you. That is why a structure is very, very important in a debate. Okay. There's a structure which is fairly very, very simple for everyone to understand. But several times you will find even the experienced debaters going messing up their structures entirely. And let me tell you very clearly that most of your inter-school debate competitions have a specific points attached to your structure itself. Why? Because the more structured your debate is, the more your listeners are able to understand it. And of course, a debate is all about convincing your people, convincing your listeners, and you can't convince them unless they are able to understand you. Is that clear? Okay. Now, let's come to this very simple structure of a debate. We'll be going to depth of all of this ahead in the slides, But for now, in short, firstly, you need to come and give me a clear, hooky, precise introduction. Now, what is a hook? We'll come to that later on. But you need to give me a clear and hooky introduction. Secondly, you need to give me a roadmap of all the contents that you are going to cover in your debate. Okay. Thirdly, you are going to now list all of your arguments one after the other. You may have 2 arguments in your debate, or you may have 3 arguments, or you may have 10 arguments in your debate. Of course, depending upon the length of your debate, the time that you are allowed to speak. So depending upon that, whatever arguments you have, now you will go on to expand all of them. And finally, you will come to the conclusion of your debate. That is something that I suffered a lot for a long period of time. But then finally, in your conclusion, you will give me a short summary of your debate and make an impactful and lasting ending. This structure is pretty much simple for all of you to understand. But still, is there anyone who has the slightest doubt in this? Okay, cool. Now, let's come to the interesting part. Guys, when you are earlier, now without your introduction. See, guys, I'm sure that many of you have written a lot of. Yes, I do. You have a question?
Yes, I haven't understood the conclusion. What we have to uh, like include in a conclusion after our speech.
Sorry, Ayog, you were not audible. What did you not understand?
The conclusion, like what we
The
have to include
conclusion,
in a
right? Okay.
conclusion and
See.
yes.
Mhm. Okay. See, basically, in your conclusion, what you need to give me is a very short summary of the points that you covered in your debate. Plus, you want to make it lasting and impactful by doing some things that I will be telling you right now in the hook part of introduction. Same things you can use in the conclusion part as well to make a lasting ending. Okay. Apart from that, you just need to give a short summary in your conclusion. And who is
Okay, thank you.
this? Bhavisha. Right.
Hello.
Bhavisha, your question, please.
Yes. I want to ask that
Yes.
what if you give me a topic and like I know that there is nothing
Mhm.
against it. I know that there is only the for is only correct.
Mhm.
Like so can we
Mhm.
get those kind of topics like if you give me a topic that is Prime Minister Modi the Prime Minister or is he not? Like some kind of question, but we know that he is. So like
Right.
we know that it
See,
is
but
true, but we cannot say anything
I,
against it.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, how is that
Right,
true?
right.
There can be many sides of the argument that are actually true and saying
Uh,
that no, it's not correct.
guys. See, Bhavisha, very simple thing. Whenever a debate topic is formed, it is formed in keeping such a thing that in mind that both the sides for the motion and against the motion are able to speak something on it, right? No one is going to give you such a topic, which is a universal truth, so that you will not be able to speak anything against the motion. Okay, that is the responsibility of the organizers to make sure. And secondly, if you think that you are very confident for the motion and you are not so confident speaking against the motion on a topic, consider this thing that this is something that will happen several times and very often in your debating journey. And you, as a debater, need to be flexible enough to go several times against your very own viewpoint. It's like, bhai, हम वहां पर जाकर हवा में झूठ बोलते हैं. That I strongly believe that I am against the motion, but अंदर से भले ही तुम पूरे के पूरे for the motion, right? So as a debater, you need to be flexible enough to prove the wrong is also right. Okay. Now,
Okay, thank you so
moving
much.
ahead, let's no worries. Okay. Yeah. So I was asking you guys. I'm sure that all of you have written a lot of compositions, right? Now, can any one of you tell me what is the job of a speaker or when you are writing a composition to do at the very beginning? What is your job? Raise your hand. All right, this is Ayush. Yeah, please go ahead.
First, you give an intro to tell like what the topic is. You explain the topic and then speak about it.
Mhm. Okay, cool. Akshara.
the responsibility of the speaker is to cover all the topics properly and also come to come to a conclusion and be able to have more flexibility, as you said.
Mhm. Right. I think that's fine as the responsibilities of a speaker, but I think I might be inaudible in between. What I was speaking is that when you as a speaker go on stage, what is the first thing that you need to do, right, at the very beginning? Okay. Coming to, I'm sorry, Ganesh, who were you?
Sorry, I'm Abhigyan. My name is Abhigyan.
Abhigyan. Yeah, Abhigyan. Abhigyan, go ahead.
So whenever we speak a speech or whenever we are on the stage, we should make an impactful speech so that the listeners can connect to our part.
Mhm. That's right. Guys, once again repeating, just tell me when you go to the speech, when you're starting with your speech, what is the thing that you would do at the very beginning of your speech?
A
Okay?
quote.
Arnav.
A,
Cool. Wait, all right. Arnav, quickly.
First, we will introduce
Ayo,
ourselves to the listeners.
you'll introduce yourself. Okay. Afia,
Yes.
do you want to
Yes.
speak something?
No.
All right, guys. Okay.
Uh,
So, is there anyone else who would want to give a try? Okay. There is Gulf, right? Gulf, go ahead.
So we can give an introduction which catches the attention of the adjudicator. Like we can give a shocking statistic, or we can give an incident or a quote.
Mhm. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Akshara, what about you?
I think we should probably state all of the at the beginning. We should state all of the points of the argument that will support the motion if you are speaking for the motion, and
Mhm.
and secondly, make a quote after or before. I believe it would be
All right.
better.
Right, right, right. Uh,
Sir, may I?
who's Zephyr? Oh, yeah, who's this?
Sir, my name is Rashi.
Yeah, go ahead, Rashid.
Sir, we may write something which may attract the audience or the person who is reading our composition or
Mm-hmm.
listening.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
All right.
it may be a quote or something which is very strong enough to attract the people's attention.
Right, right. Okay, fine. Last two, Huzaifa.
I think you could really start by a code, but I think what would be better is you pose a question about the topic, you pose a question to the
Mm-hmm.
audience, then you introduce yourself, and later on, while posing your arguments, you're like in a way, while posing your arguments, you are in a way answering that question.
Right, right, right. And Sanvi, what about you? Sanvi? This is Sanvi, right?
I think we should say something strong enough to captivate the audience, and they should be engrossed for it for a long period of time until we complete our composition or quote or whatever.
Mhm. Right, that's totally right. That's totally right. And last one, this is Aradhya.
I believe at the very beginning of starting a debate, we should greet the
Mhm.
audience and the judges first and then start with our speech.
Okay, cool, cool. All right, everyone. We'll come to all of you when we do
Can
some
I
other
add?
activity. Okay.
Can I add on to something?
Okay, fine, Ayushi. Just quickly make it quick.
Yeah, we can also tell a like a captivating story or like tell
Right.
statistics.
Mhm. Right, right. Okay, everyone, you all will lower your hands right now. Now, okay. So, as all of you stated, that of course greetings to चलो सब में देनी ही होती है वो तो मजबूरी है हमारी वरना person like me would never give it. But okay, greetings, and after that, what comes as your main part of introduction is two things. Firstly, you need to capture my attention. And secondly, you need to give me a roadmap, or basically, you need to tell me all those things that you are going to cover in your speech. Okay, that brings us to the introduction. Now, as I told you, there are two parts. Firstly, hooking your audience. Now, hook basically means to capture the attention of your audience. By the way, there's a wonderful book, Hooked by Neer. If you guys want to read it, it's hook as in the word written in front of you plus ed, hooked by Neer, Nireyal. If anyone of you want to read it, it's a fabulous book. Okay. So now to do that, some of you over here stated you can do four things mainly. Firstly, you can start your debate with a quote. You can start your debate with a startling fact. You can start your debate with rhetorical questions, or you can start your debate with an anecdote. Just wait a second, I'll just quickly drink water. Okay, guys, now coming to starting your debate with a quote. See, because all of you are in school right now and you will be mainly going to school level debates. In most of the school level debates or inter-school debates, you are not allowed the usage of internet, and even in many college level debates. So when you are not allowed the usage of internet, of course you cannot always Google a quote on your topic. Okay. So now the question is, how will you write a quote in your debate? So for that, what you need to make sure is there can be two ways. Firstly, whenever you go for an inter-school debate competition, generally they will give you access to a library. And in that library, there will be kept several books, and a few of them would be on quotations. You can get a book on quotation, go to the topic your debate is about, and find a relevant quote related to your topic and write it down. Or second way can be, which I saw one of my friends doing, is that you can make a list of quotes that you like on several topics, on several important topics that you get a lot in debating. Maybe some on technology, maybe some on artificial intelligence, maybe some on inequality, maybe some on poverty, maybe some on women empowerment, and so on. And once you have this 3-4 page of quotations with you, you can always carry them whenever you are going for a competition. And then when you get a topic in your competition related to one of those categories for which you had a quote, you can easily find a relevant. So this is how you can start your debate off with a quote. And this is something that I generally do when I'm unable to think of any introduction for my debate, or when the time limit is such that I am already running very late. In that case, I will quickly find a quote, put it in the beginning of my speech to make it attention capturing without any special use. Okay, so that is how you can use a quote to begin your debate. Coming to the second thing, that would be starting your debate off with a startling fact. See, guys, when you're stating your fact with a debate, first of all, several people really love factual debates because that is what a debate or an argument is much about, facts. Okay, so when you start with the fact, firstly, it leaves a good impact not only on the speakers but more importantly on your judges. Okay. Secondly, the question is, how can you start your debate off with a startling fact? First, well, see, just like I told you in quote, in the fact case as well, you need to maintain a list of just 3-4 pages on some important topics, the facts related to them. For instance, you should maintain facts related to suicides, you should maintain facts related to women empowerment for sure, domestic violence, and all those stuff that generally come about in debates. What you can also do is that whenever you are practicing your debates and you use a quote or you use a fact, make an index at the back of your register where you have all those quotes written one after the other with their category, with their topic related, with their topic with which they are related, written next to them. You can make one list for quotes and you can make one list for facts. That way, it will help you a lot when you're going for an actual competition. Okay. Now, coming to the third thing, in fact, is how to give a fact. See, this is something that you will find even the very experienced debaters not knowing. And that is a very small thing that you can use to make your facts much more impactful. What is that? When you are stating a fact, you can state it in two ways. Firstly, you can either state it in percentages, and secondly, you can state it in absolute values. Okay, one approach can be you are stating 60% of people do so and so. Another approach can be that you can say 100,000 people did so and so. Which one to prefer? That depends on one thing. if your fact has a percentage of 30% or higher and preferably 50% or higher, in that case, it is, Millie, can you please mute yourself? Okay, so if the percentage of your fact is 30% or higher,
You were not audible.
am I audible now? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
talking about which approach you should prefer, if your fact has the percentage value of 30% or higher,
Sir, in between, sir, your voice is.
yeah, Yog?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, I'll just continue. See, out of these two approaches, if your fact has a percentage value of 30% or higher, or preferably 50% or higher, then in that case, it is better to state your fact as a percentage. Or if your fact in absolute numbers is something that is greater than 100,000, that is basically a lakh, or something that is in millions, then it is better to state your fact as an absolute value. For example, if the fact says that 7 people did this out of the group of 10, okay, then stating 7 people as a fact is nothing, right? But on the other hand, if you see that 7 out of 10 basically simply means 70%. So had you said that 70% of people chose option A instead of B, then in that case, 70% becomes a way more higher value. And that is why your fact becomes more interesting, it becomes more attention capturing. So these are the two approaches that you need to keep in mind when you are giving a fact. If your percentage is higher than 30, state it in percentage. If your absolute value is more than 100 of thousands, then state it in that. And if it has both, then you can use either. Is this thing that is this something that everyone is clear with? Or do any one of you have a question? Sam, do you have a question? Okay, guys, so I'll go ahead. Coming to the last two things that with rhetorical questions, this is my favorite. That is, as some of you also pointed out over here, that you can make a question which is actually not a question. So there are some questions like, if I come to you and ask that, do you want to make education unaffordable for everyone? Now, of course, this is something that nobody wants to do. Okay, nobody wants to make education unaffordable for everyone. And that is why this is a question. This is posed as a question, but it has a very obvious answer. So ultimately, what I want to do is I want to bring audience to that answer, but I won't simply give them the answer. I will give them an obvious question with an obvious answer that will lead them to my answer, so that I am able to keep the audience and I'm able to keep the judges engaged. Okay. Now, the question comes to how to do this, in your debate. How can you use rhetorical questions? See, first, it is very simple that several times you'll get a lot of rhetorical questions by intuition in your brain. And secondly, if you are unable to do so, then something that I used to do in the beginning of my debating journey was that once you have written your entire debate and you find some statements in your debate, you can turn those statements into questions. I'm sure that many of us over here have done those grammar exercises where we had to translate assertive sentences into interrogative ones. Just like that, when you have a statement in your debate, which you think is an obvious one, just convert it into an interrogative question so that your statement would become a rhetorical question. So, for instance, this statement would originally have been that education should not be made unaffordable for everyone. But instead of saying it like that, what I will do is I will make it like a question. Do you want to make education unaffordable for everyone? All right. So this is how you can go ahead with using rhetorical questions in your debate. Now, coming to the fourth and the final one is starting your debate off with an anecdote. I think someone from you said this as well, that you can begin with a short story in your debate. Now, this short story, first of all, you need to make sure that it is less than 100 words, and preferably it should be less than 60 or 70 words, because it will otherwise it will eat up your time that you should have given to your main arguments. Okay, this is something that you should make sure when you are approaching anecdotes in your introduction. So these are the four ways by which you can capture the attention of your audience in the beginning of your debate. And fifth is, of course, you can use combinations of these. You can mix and match them up, and you can choose your own style. Now, we'll come to roadmap, but before going on to the roadmap quickly, is there anyone who has a doubt? Ayog, do you have a doubt? Okay, he has lowered his hand. Yeah, Sanvi. Sanvi, please go ahead with the doubt.
So basically, when we with the quote or whatever we want to start with,
Sorry, Sanvi, what was your question?
so basically when we are done with the quote or the
Mhm.
anecdote or whatever we want to speak in our composition or anything like that, how do we jump onto the main part? Like that is the main purpose of the whole thing.
Right, right.
Do we straight away get to that, or
Mhm. Okay.
we have anything?
See, Sanvi. Your introduction will begin with that quote to capture the attention of the audience, but it will also have a two or three more lines like you write in every single competition, right? To keep that to make that introduction complete. And also it will have something known as roadmap, which we will come to right now. So after all of that, your main arguments will start, not before that. Okay. Now who's this? This is Ranjana. Yeah. Is that your name or your mother's? Ranjana.
So my name is Rashi actually.
Huh. Do you have a question?
Sir, can you? Yes, sir. Sir, can you explain? Sir, can you summarize startling facts which you explained?
Right, no issues. See, when you talk about a startling fact, there are two approaches that you can use when you are stating a fact. You can either state your fact in percentage numbers, that is 50% of people do this, 40% of people do this, etc., etc. Or you can state it in absolute numbers, that is a million people do this, or 100,000 people do this, that. Okay? देखो, which one should you prefer? If your percentage is higher than 30%, then that percentage looks good. And preferably if it is higher than 50%, then it will look good. So you can use the percentage approach in that case. And if your number, if your absolute number is at least 100,000, that is a lakh, in that case, if it is at least that or higher than that, then you can use the second approach of stating it in absolute numbers. Or if a fact has both, it is higher than 50% also, and it is higher than 100,000 also, then you can use any one of them depending upon your convenience. Okay. Apart from that, in a fact, just like you need to maintain an index in your codes, similarly you can maintain an index in your facts as well. Anything else?
No, sir.
All right, great. Okay, this is Ramya. Ramya, go ahead, please.
Can you please summarize rhetorical questions?
Okay, rhetorical questions. See, rhetorical questions are basically questions with very obvious answers. तो देखो एक तरीके से वो क्वेश्चन होते नहीं है. You are just making a statement in the form of a question, right? Like instead of saying that, okay, so just like, if I say that more than 100,000 students in India commit suicide every single day, okay, and then I give you a question, do we want our students to commit suicide? Okay. अब of course हम में से कोई नहीं चाहता कि बच्चे suicide करें, right? ये obvious सी बात है. But still, I asked that question that do you want your students to commit suicide? So that the audience is engaged. They think and they think, of course, no, we don't want that. But when they do this thinking process, they're engaged with my debate. And that is something that you need to ensure that you know कि सब लोग सो जाए. Okay. All right. Afia.
I wanted to ask that in the book it's written use a personal anecdote, or can we also use anecdotes of the topic from like famous people, famous personalities?
Yeah, you can always use that. You can always use that. Okay, and Advika. All right. Okay, guys. So, Ramya, do you have a doubt?
Yes, sir, I have a doubt.
Mhm.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Adhika, I'll just come to you in a second. I'll just ask Ramya first and I'll just come to you. Yes, Ramya.
Okay, sir.
So can you please explain me anecdote?
Anecdote. See, anecdote is basically a very short story. शॉर्ट स्टोरी को ही हम नाम बदल के एनेक्डोट कह देते हैं. इट्स लाइक अ पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस काइंड ऑफ. ओके. यू you went to your nani ji ka ghar in your summer breaks, so you are telling your friends about it and after the vacations, and that is what we call as an anecdote. All right. Yes, Advika, please go ahead with your question.
Actually, I also wanted to ask about anecdotes only.
All right, so is that clear now, Advika?
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, guys. Huh. Now, okay, roadmap. See, again, something that something that even I learned very late was roadmap. We all generally in our introduction gave a summary of what we'll be covering in our debate. But from an evaluator's, from a judge's point of view, it is very important that you give him very clearly the roadmap of all the things that you are going to cover in your speech. That is to say, that instead of giving it in my introduction, I will make it very, very clear that see, this is going to be the roadmap of my debate, that I will cover argument one, this, argument two, this, argument three, this, and then you go on to expand each one of your arguments individually. Okay. When you do this in the beginning itself, the judge knows that, okay, this person is going to give me three different arguments, and so he's going to credit you scores accordingly. But if you don't do that, or if you do that in a manner that is intermingled with your introduction and is not very clearly different, then in that case, he may miss one or two of your arguments, and and you might think that there were only two arguments in his speech. That is why it is very important that you state it differently. Okay. So after you have captured your attention and spoken two or three sentences after that as well, just state it very clearly that this is going to be the roadmap of my debate. Argument one, argument two, argument three, blah blah blah, and then you finally come to argument one. Is there anyone who has doubt on this? I know that I covered it quickly because it is like not something very, very, very important. That is why. Is there any doubt in this? Yeah, Ayog.
Actually, sir, my network was slow at that time. So can you pardon and explain?
Okay. No issues. No issues, Ayog. But simply, in a roadmap, what you need to do is that suppose you had three arguments in your debate. Okay. Argument one can be that examinations lead to student suicides. Argument two can be that examinations create a competitive environment in students. And argument three can be that examinations take away the fun time from students. All right. Something that I right now made up, so not very good arguments. But if you have these three arguments in a roadmap, you'll just come and say that today, this is how the roadmap of my debate is going to look. First, I'll give you three arguments. Number one, how examinations lead to student suicides. Number two, how examinations take away the fun time from students. And number three, how examinations lead to a competition in students. Okay. Simply stating that. Yes. Is that clear, Yo?
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Next, Advika, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Actually, I wanted to ask that how do we switch from argument one to the other?
Okay. See, when you are giving a roadmap, in that too, you just need to state this is my argument one, this is my argument two, right? And argument three. But when you come to expanding your arguments, then you need to switch from one argument to the other. Now, in that, you can use two approaches. One to can be simply that this was my first argument, now heading over to my second argument. Okay. This approach is what several judges like. Why? Because it makes it easier for them to credit you. Why? Because they know clearly that okay, एक argument खत्म हो गया, अब दूसरा चालू हो रहा है. This approach is what several judges like. But there are also some judges who prefer another approach where they want to see that flow in a debate. and they want to see कि भाई ये argument खत्म हुआ, and she connected the ending line of the first argument with the opening line of the second argument. Something that I don't personally like, and several debate judges won't also like, but a judge who is also judging you on creative writing may like that. Okay, so what you need to do, Advika, right now is, I don't want to confuse you, but this thing you will have to ask when you go for a competition, because the judges depend according to the competition. Some competitions, the judges would prefer approach A, and in some competitions, the judges would prefer approach B, right? So either you have some competition in your mind right now, or else when you are going for a competition, generally before that competition, you will have some mentor or teacher who would be personally knowing that competition and its judges very well. So you need to ask him or her that, ma'am, is competition में, how are the judges going to evaluate me? Okay? जैसे कि in hours like जो 15th and 16th को तुम लोगों का होगा, in that we would give more preference to this one where you clearly state that first argument खत्म हुआ, second argument चालू हो रहा है. But in some of your inter-school ones, especially intra-school ones that happen within your school, उसमें हो सकता है टीचर्स प्रेफरेंस दे उसको जहां पर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स सीमलेस लगे कि एक ही साथ पूरा डिबेट कटे. ओके अद्विका?
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you.
ऑलराइट, नाउ Sanvi.
So during the whole when we are onto the roadmap, we have to keep on adding codes or things like that to keep the audience hooked to the audience and judges hooked to the composition that we are speaking.
नहीं नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं. You don't need to do that. Just start with a fact or quote to capture their attention, and then roadmap you give simply. Need not give any of that over there. Now, see, uh, there's an example of an introduction over here. I won't be reading it. I don't want to waste the time of this session in doing this. If any one of you want, you can take a screenshot of this. It's a very simple introduction written over here. Okay. Is there anyone who wants me to read this right here? All right. Considering none, I'll be moving ahead. Now let's come to that part, which will be new for several of those who have been debating for some time. And that is what we call as a structure of an argument. See, when we do debates generally, and especially the inter-school debates, we write arguments just like as we wish, whatever comes to us naturally. And that natural approach may be very good for you when you are, debating with some people who are not as strong as a debater. But when you go to the higher levels, where everyone is a good debater, then in order to win from them, what is very important for you is that you have a great structure in your argument. And this structure is not necessarily to ensure that aesthetics के लिए नहीं है ये. The reason why this structure is important is that there are four main things that you need to give me for every single argument to convince me to buy or that argument. Okay, and that is why you need to give me these things. And what are they? Firstly, a title. Secondly, a reasoning. Third, impact. Fourth, importance. And finally, an evidence. See, title is the very simple. Just like whenever you write a composition, if you want to give it a heading, just like that, whenever in your debate you have three different arguments and you want to give a heading to each of these arguments, that heading is what we call as title. Try to keep it as short as possible and एक sentence से ज़्यादा तो इसको बिल्कुल भी extend मत करना. Okay? Reasoning is basically that why is your argument true? Okay, you need to give me a step-by-step explanation without assuming any steps in between are true. You need to tell me that why is your argument true. Then, in the impact part or the result part, you need to tell me that, okay, your argument is true, but what will be the impact of this argument on everyone? And finally, you need to give me the importance of this argument. Why is this argument very important? See, in a debate, when you are debating, you need to also make sure that your points are stronger than those of side opposition and even other speakers are speaking for the motion. So in order to show me that your points are stronger, what you first need to do is you need to show me that your points are very, very important. and only then you can tell me that they are strong. Okay. So now to show me that they are very, very important, that is why you need to make sure that you have that importance in your argument. And finally, you need to give me an evidence to prove your argument. This evidence can be a fact, it can be an example, it can be a statistic to prove your argument, its reasoning or impact or whatever. Okay. It may not be very clear right now, but I'll take an example and then it should be very clear. इसके बाद भी अगर clear ना होगा, so I'll definitely take your doubts. All right. So the topic over here is online gaming is a curse for teenagers. Your stand is for the motion. That is basically you are going for the motion in this debate. And the topic is online gaming is a curse for teenagers. So your argument can be that the title is online gaming leads to time displacement for teens. Now, time displacement is basically this thing that that for teens, instead of giving time to studying, instead of giving time to playing outside, what they are giving time to is online gaming. So that is what is known as time displacement. So the argument is online gaming leads to time displacement for teens. Now, I'll be quickly reading all of this. See, the reasoning, where you need to prove me that your argument is true. So here you are saying that teenagers have limited time and energy. Excessive gaming can crowd out other important activities like sleep, physical exercise, socializing with friends and family, and schoolwork. Okay, clear? You showed me how it is leading to time displacement. Now, what will be the impact of doing this? Okay, time displacement तो हो रहा है, but उससे दिक्कत क्या आ रही? That is what we'll cover in impact. See, lack of sleep can lead to fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and weakened immune system. Physical inactivity can contribute to health problems down the line, and social isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness and depression. Failing grades can affect future academic opportunities. So you showed me the reasoning as to why your argument is true, and for उसी reasoning के basis पे you showed me the impact of your argument, and finally to prove the importance of your argument, you are saying that a balanced lifestyle is crucial for teenagers' physical and mental well-being. It sets the foundation for healthy habits and success in various aspects of life. And this is something that online gaming is not allowing to happen, and that is why it is a curse for teenagers. Finally, coming to the evidences, that a 2022 study published in the Journal of Behavioral Addictions found that teenagers who spent more than 3 hours a day on video games are more likely to experience sleep disturbances and academic difficulties. Okay, so once again, quickly, आपके हर एक argument में, in your debate, you will have at least 2 to 3 different arguments. Now, for each of these arguments individually, you need to give me a title. You need to give me reasoning. Why is that argument true? You need to give me the impact. What is the impact of that argument? You need to give me the importance. Why is the argument important? And you need to give me the evidence why to support that argument. Okay. Now, is there any doubt in this? And you can have doubt in this because this is something that several experienced debaters won't be knowing at school level. And honestly, if you can get this structure of an argument correct, then at the school level, you'll already be ahead of 80% of debaters. So is there anyone who has a doubt in this? Girl, go ahead.
Sir, in the debate I did, they only gave us 15 minutes of preparation, out of which 8 were without internet and 7 were with the device. So in that we didn't have a lot of time to prepare a lengthy speech. So
okay,
what should we do in this case?
Right. Girl, just confirm me. Were you doing an APD or BPD? Which format was that?
I do not know. Can you please tell the full forms of the
like Asian parliamentary debate आपका format होता है. Then there's a format known as British parliamentary debate. These are generally the formats which have a preparation time of 15 minutes. You tell me what was the debate like? Like tell me a little bit about its format.
So yeah, they announced first they told us to choose whether we want to go for or against the motion. Then they released the topic, so it was completely unknown what we would be choosing. And after that, we got 15 minutes to prepare. 8 minutes were without the devices and 7 minutes were with the devices. Then we had to speak for approximately 4 minutes.
4 minutes. And was it a team debate?
Yes, it was 3 people per team.
It was three people. It was 3v3, right?
Yes,
Okay, okay. See, when did you participate in this?
last month.
Was it by Ogly?
Um,
Uttar
pardon me?
Pradesh Speech and Debate League?
No,
Was it
it
by?
was by
Uh-huh. It was by?
it, it was by this community named Behes.
Okay, perhaps, perhaps. Right, right. See, good. There are different formats of debating, and this 15-minute 3v3 format is not conventional debating. Okay, उसके सारे के सारे specifics are very different, right? So whatever thing you are learning over here, at the core, you can use them, or you can use these over there as well, right? Like the structure of an argument, or how you capture, or what will be the structure of an argument, right? These things are what you can use in that debate as well. But at the core, a 3v3 debate is going to be different than what I'm telling you right now. All right. So the specifics you will have there are also going to be different. But generally, what you can do in a 15-minute debate is you don't prepare much. Okay. उसके लिए best यही होता है कि तुम बहुत ज्यादा practice कर लो. Once you have done a lot of practice, then you just think of your arguments in 15 minutes and then you state them without even working a lot. See, I've been doing these debates with my teammates as well, and we've even won a few of them. But even we are not able to write complete arguments in those 15 minutes. And that is why over there you can just think over the arguments and you need to speak on the spot. Basically, you need to give a speech without even preparing the speech. So they work entirely different. Contact me on WhatsApp for that, and I'll personally tell you some things for that. Now,
Okay, thank
Sun,
you.
go ahead.
So, sir, in our school there was a competition, which was Jam, just a minute competition. It was an inter-house competition, and in that we had two chits. We had to pick up one chit, and we had the topic for it. So we had to write the whole composition in that, and then speak for it in just 1 minute in front of everyone. So there was very less time for preparing it, and as there was only 1 minute, so many of the things like which you told in these the points, all the points cannot be included. So how to prepare for that?
See, Sunny, 1 minutes are not what you will get in a debate. ठीक है. कम से कम आपको 3 से 4 मिनट की डिबेट मिलती है, उससे कम की डिबेट होती नहीं. These 1 minute sessions that you are talking about, they are not actually very much about debate. उसमें तो ना आपका इंट्रोडक्शन होगा, ना आपके प्रॉपर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स होंगे, ना उनका स्ट्रक्चर होगा. They would be hardly anything. तो उनमें forget about structure, speak anything just in 1 minute, keep it as short as possible. Forget about structure. Nobody is going to judge you here for structure.
Just
uh,
like a
Ayog.
composition, normal composition.
Mhm. Right. Ayog, quickly please.
Sir, in my school, we got an inter-house competition in which the topic was science is an antidote for the poison of superstition. So, sir, we got 1 minute for preparation and 5 minutes for speech. Sir, this is a very tough topic that we got. Ma'am told us that it is 10th class topic. So, sir, in this class, on 15/16, you will give us like this type of tough topics or normal topics.
See, Ayog, the topic is tough, depends upon you. But I can assure you one thing, there is no good debate competition in which you will get 1 minute of preparation time. Like that is not even a preparation time. 1 hour can be there, but 1 minute, by ये कोई preparation time नहीं होता. It's like, are you joking me? Okay. Uh, Moving ahead, Millie.
Yes, I needed to ask that how do we, if we have two, three arguments, that how we go from one argument to the other?
Okay, as I told to someone earlier as well, Okay, it's better that you go in a structured manner. So you can simply say that, okay, that was my first argument. Now heading over to my second construct or my second argument or my second contention, जो भी word बोलना हो जैसे तुम्हारी vocabulary हो, ठीक है? And then you can start with the second argument. This may not look very good to those creative writing kids and creative writing judges, but a judge who is actually a debate judge would really like this thing because it makes his work easier, his or her work easier, because he can clearly identify that you had two arguments. So just when you are ending the first argument and starting with the next one, simply say that, okay, that was my first argument. Now heading over to my second construct. All right. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Now, guys, now let's. Yes, Ishani, your job, please.
Yes, so I had a question that in this structure, it's only mentioned about facts, like the facts we have to present. If we are having an argument and like there's a certain point where we have to defend ourselves, so like how will we go? We'll present our facts and our defending points side by side, or like how will we switch to that part?
Okay. So when you're talking about defending your arguments, in that case, see, firstly, when you are giving an evidence, that is, you are giving a fact or you are giving a stat, you need not give it separately as a part of your structure of an argument. Okay. And that is why it was not written in the triangle if you saw that slide. वो आपके generally impact में या reasoning में ही आता है. That is where you will be defending your argument. Generally, you defend your argument in your reasoning, where you defend clearly that why is your argument true. And वहीं पे generally आपका evidence, that is your fact, वो भी आता है. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Now, guys, let's do something interesting now. Let's do a quick argument drill. See, I don't want you guys to give me introduction. I don't want you guys to give me a roadmap. And I don't want you guys to give me a complete debate. What I just want you to do is that on a topic, you just need to give me one single argument. One single argument, but that should contain your title of that argument. It should contain the reasoning for that argument. It should contain impact for that argument. It should contain importance for that argument. And it should contain an evidence. These five things. Okay. The topic is the same that was for this topic which we did right now. That is, online gaming is a curse for teenagers. But now you are going to speak an argument against the motion. That is essentially you are going to show me that how online gaming is beneficial for teenagers. You need to give me an argument for that. Okay. You guys can take your 33 and then I'll ask you for the arguments. Yes, Millie, do you have a doubt?
Could you repeat the topic?
Okay, I'll just type for that for you. Arnav, what about you?
So the doubt was the same.
Okay. Those teenagers. Give me one single argument against emotion. Josefa, do you have a doubt? Rest
Yes,
of
sir.
you can continue
I
writing your
couldn't
argument.
hear you when you told us till when do we have time?
Okay, 11. It's 33. You can have extra time because as other of your friends will be telling me their arguments, you can write your.
Okay, fine.
Yes, Afia. You need to state the plus points. Ministry, do you have a doubt?
No, I was just going to give the arguments for the topic.
Okay, okay, great.
So, online gaming benefits us in many ways. One of them is that it allows students, it allows the player to make quick decisions, and it improves the concentration of a person. For example, some games require um uh, complex instructions that are needed to be understood by the user, and they also help in uh, allowing the students to take their brain into strategic thinking.
Okay, see, Manasvi, you gave me a great argument. This is something that I think hardly anyone gave in batch one. So this is a great argument, but what it misses is a little bit in the reasoning part, and mainly what it misses is impact. Okay, you gave me strategic thinking. You gave me when we are ready. So you gave me strategic thinking. You gave me quick decision making. Great things. Okay, but you need to tell me what will be their impact. क्या होगा अगर तुमको strategic thinking अच्छे से आती है? क्या होगा अगर तुम quick decision maker? So that impact is something that you need to add on to this argument. And thirdly, add a little bit of importance or evidence to it if you can. Like maybe just find a fact online that how online gaming adds this fast decision making to something like that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Who's next? Just let and Manasvi, just do these things and send me an updated argument on WhatsApp. Okay. Sit
Okay.
down group if you are fine with that. Otherwise, you can also send personally, no issues. Yes. Okay, so I have four hands raised. I'll go in the order by the list. The first one is Spider 2010. Who is that? Can I please know your name? If you're speaking anything that you're not audible, just try rejoining us. Meanwhile, I'll go to the next one. Okay, Sanvi, yes, go ahead.
So when we talk about online gaming, it is a very influential topic right now because gaming in India has been really upgraded, and even the PM himself called the gaming the most influential gamers in India to him. And if we talk about teens playing games, so yeah, it focuses on their concentration. Like if we are focused on a game for 2 hours straight, our concentration level is upgrading, and it also has a potential because in the next few years, instead of corporate jobs, we will have more online jobs, even as we have now. So the impact of it is to make the person influential and popular. Plus, it will not have to take so much stress on their work side, on their lifestyle, and it also is like
Okay, see, Sanvi, you gave me two, three good arguments that can be used differently in different avenues. Okay. You used one of the influence, see how people will become influential. Make that a different argument. You used how concentration is improved. Make that a different argument. Okay. Now, I'll cover your concentration point mainly. See, when you are giving me a reasoning that you can use that it improves your concentration when you are sitting for there playing that same game for 2 hours. Okay, that is something as a reason that I can expect. Still, it will be a little better if you can give me some fact along with that. If that how it increases concentration, then your reasoning would become super solid, right? Your impact. You told me that it increases your concentration, but as an impact, you need not show me how online gaming will impact you overall. For this specific argument, you need to show me the impact. That is, it increases your concentration. That is your argument. Now, how increasing concentration will help these guys out, that is what should come in your impact. Okay. And then, of course, the importance you will tell me, and evidence, as I told you earlier, you should give me along with the reasoning. Okay, that's cool. Otherwise, the point was good. Just make these changes and send the new argument on the WhatsApp group. Or if you have some problem in that, send it to me personally. Guys, I won't be repeating that again and again. You all, please listen to my friends. Okay. Acha, someone of you asked me some question over here. Oh, yeah. See, the competition is on 15th and 16th. After your 6-day workshop sessions, the 2-day competition would be there. And for how long will you have to speak? Yes, that all those details would be given to you in a short while, because that competition can take the entire day as well, or can get over in a few hours as well. So that is something that we'll tell you, but do not make any other plans for Saturday and Sunday, the coming Saturday, Sunday, because you may end up giving your entire day for this competition. Okay. All right. I'll just move to the next person on the raised hands list. Ansh. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. On the topic of online gaming, most parents only think that online gaming only has all bad points, and it also makes you have glasses and turns your brain into mush. But that is not always the case, since online gaming also trains your perceptional abilities, and also helps you make quick decision making in short timed events, which are super useful skills to have in everyday life. Also,
Okay, great.
uh, okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Also, online gaming, also, if you play online games, you also have to play with other teammates. This also improves your teamwork skills, also, and concentration.
Okay. So, uh, no worries, Sushi. Okay. So see, Ansh, your your argument is basically how it improves your skills. Okay. Now, when you're
Yes.
talking about that argument, you gave me a good reasoning for that, and you gave me some sort of impact for it as well, that it is very important in their lives. Now, I know it is very important, and that impact is also something that I will buy, but your impact would become better if you can just tell me a little more that how it will exactly impact your life. Okay, otherwise, it's good enough.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Thank you for
coming to the next one. No worries. Coming to the next one, Nandika Singh. Nandika, please, yeah.
Yes, sure. Uh, Online gaming is not just about entertainment, it also helps teenagers develop various essential skills. Then, many games require strategic thinking, problem solving, and teamwork. These skills are crucial for their personal development and future careers. Then, the impact by engaging in online gaming, teenagers also learn how to think critically and make quick decisions. Games often present challenges that require players to analyze situations, plan their actions, and adapt to new information. And then, by the importance, these skills are like transferable to real life situations. For instance, the ability to work well in a team is valuable in both academic settings and the workplace. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, Nandika, great argument. But a slight thing. See, the thing that you told me as your impact was a wonderful reasoning. And the thing that you gave me as your importance was a wonderful impact. Okay. So you had a great reasoning for your argument, but you just gave me under the heading impact. That will come in reasoning. And what you spoke in importance, that when you tell that in impact would be great. Okay. So your argument overall was great, just a little bit difference in headings, right? Just do that. Otherwise, your argument was great. All right. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you.
No worries. Spider. भाई अपना असली नाम बताओ स्पाइडर।
My name is Daksh.
दक्ष, ओके दक्ष go ahead.
Yeah, gaming is very beneficial to everyone. Now, firstly, gaming helps in people to communicate with each other. We learn important communicational skills. Now, streaming gaming. People can also make a livelihood out of games as they might be able to learn development in games, giving them high salary jobs and a successful future. And gamers can also be able, and they can also stream and promote these games, thus giving sponsorships to these games. So they can earn good livelihood for themselves if they even make games or if they even play these games and stream them. And games also promote a and games also promote a high response time. And games are also used by many airlines to create. Games are also used by many airlines to train the newest pilots for success, for more success. That and that's all. Thank you.
Okay, so Daksh, see, you gave me three, four different arguments. Okay, and I asked you for one. But देखो, तीन चार आप मुझे दो उससे कोई problem नहीं. But the thing is that because you gave three, four arguments, because of that you could not focus on one single argument. Okay, and कई बार in a conventional debate as well, जब आपकी 3 से 4 मिनट की debate होती है, if you start giving 10 arguments in that debate of 3 to 4 minutes, you won't be able to give me properly even one single argument. And conventional debate में judges don't consider an argument unless you give it properly. Okay. So इसीलिए Daksh, you had great arguments. Trust me on that. But just do one thing: elaborate on each one of them differently. This could have been four different arguments wonderfully. Just for each of these arguments, give me a title, reasoning, impact, importance, and evidence. Do this and what's it? Coming to the next one. This is Arnav. Guys, let's make it quick so that we all can be free by 6.
So the topic is that games are not always bad for you. Everybody, like teenagers, they aren't worse because they. eh, The point is, which you mentioned was that according to a survey, that if you play more than 3 hours of online games a day, then you will even face problems. But nowadays, many games have some time bound limits. Like if you see FC, FIFA Mobile, so they have a time bound limit of like 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes. So it isn't always that they will give you stress and problems, and they even get you strategic thinking and even see about your teamwork, because like there are many games which require teamwork and strategic thinking. There was an incident recorded in near 2016 where a kid just handled a car, a teenager handled a car when while his mother got a panic attack, a heart attack, and the car was having a good speed of around 60 kmph. So he was a player of some driving games, so he got experience from them also, and because of that he handled the car and saved him and his mother's life from that accident. So games aren't always that they will just give you and give you problems. They can even be beneficial for you. That's all.
Okay, cool. See, I had a good argument. You gave me a good reasoning. You gave me examples to support your thing. And that examples been real life examples, so that adds more depth to it. Just a little bit more on the impact part, and your argument would be great. Okay, enough. What meanwhile, it was a good one, really. Just add a little bit on the impact part. Okay, so many hands. भाई इतने तो करना पाएंगे आप. Sanvi, go ahead quickly.
Okay.
Online gaming is actually very helpful in some ways, like its brain teasing exercises can help students to think broadly. And if a limit is made to it, it can be very stress relieving also. It can also offer many opportunities in their uh, to students in their career building, like gaming developers, designers, and programmers. Thank you.
Okay. Sanvi, you gave me two, three different arguments. Okay, it is like a roadmap. You told me that it will improve your skills, and then you told me that it can lead to employment opportunities. Okay, these are two, three different arguments. But what I want you to, and from an arguments point of view, they are good, they are great. But what I want you right now, what I want you to do right now is that you give me one single argument, but for that argument, you give me a title, you give me a reasoning, you give me an impact, an importance, and an evidence. Okay. So do one thing, just think over it again, and if you have time left, then you can maybe speak once again, or else just WhatsApp me. Okay, Sandy? All right. Moving ahead, who's the next one? Sorry, was someone speaking something? Moving on, the next one is Garv. Garv,
Yes, sir.
yes,
My
yeah,
first argument will be on online gaming benefits. Gaming, when used positively, can give us a space to unwind, relax. Many games require precise movements, and this can develop motor skills and hand eye coordination. Many people are stressed out from a hard day at office or a tough day at school. Unwinding by playing games reduces the stress and tension of the daily life. Motor skills and hand-eye coordination skills develop muscles and help in overall body development. My evidence is that a 2021 research by National Health Organization said that casual games help to reduce the levels of cortisol, which is the primary stress hormone, by up to 45%. So I'm done.
okay, good. Just a second. See, good. That was a brilliant argument, and from a reasoning point of view, you give me a fact to support your argument that makes it wonderful. Just something. Give me a little bit on impact. Okay, when you're talking about teens, just tell me that okay, teenagers where teenage suicides have become a huge problem that will come in your importance. Now, what this argument does is when it reduces the stress, teenagers are happy, they'll less suicide, वगैरह वगैरह ऐसे करके इसको explain कर देना. So this will also cover your importance because teenage suicides is something that is alarming right now, and that will also cover your impact. Stress कम होने से suicides कम होंगे, and maybe some other impact that it will cover. Okay. So from a reasoning point of view, your argument was great. Just add these things. All right. Moving on. Next is just a second, guys. It is okay. Nitin. Nitin, are you here? All right. No shoes. Moving on.
So I have sent you the
Um,
full debate on the topic. The good topic.
all right. So, Manasvi, and everyone, you guys
Excuse
keep
me,
sending me
sir.
the things on WhatsApp. But, who is it? Sanvi. Yes.
So we have to send a video of us speaking or a whole chat of the whole whatever we have written.
बेस्ट इज वीडियो नहीं कर सकते हो वॉइस नोट वो भी नहीं हो रहा है तो टेक्स्ट ही भेज दो कुछ तो भेज दो ठीक है and you guys keep sending me the things on WhatsApp. Once this class is over, I will review all of them and will send you a voice note by today night. I will definitely review all of them. Don't worry about it. But अभी नहीं करूँगा because like अभी session में है तो यहाँ पे ज़्यादा time देते हैं. Alright, so I asked Nitin, but he was not here. So I'll move
Sir,
on to. Are you Nitin?
yeah, I'm here. So can I start?
Is this Nitin or is this Huzafa?
I'm Huzafa.
चलो अच्छा Huzafa start.
Better impulse and enhanced motor skills. Most online games generally require quick reflexes and also increase users' ability to strategize. As a result, teenagers can acquire faster reflexes and better decision making skills. In this world full of dangers, it will help them learning self defense skills like karate and also help them make more aware, rational decisions. Researchers prove that video gamers are 12% faster and more accurate under reaction time tests uh, compared to non video gamers.
Brilliant. Zephyr, are you an experienced debater?
Yeah, I have done it before.
It feels brilliant. That was a wonderful argument. बस अब देखो बाकियों का आर्ग्यूमेंट थोड़ा वीक है तो वो इम्प्रूव करूंगा अब तुम्हारा स्ट्रांग है तो निटिगिटीज में जाऊंगा सी यू गेव मी अ फैक्ट राइट अगर तुम उसको
Yes,
एंड में देने की जगह थोड़ा सा पहले देते व्हेन यू वर प्रूविंग मी दैट व्हाई इज योर आर्गुमेंट ट्रू उसी के संग अगर वो फैक्ट देते so it would have been better right
okay,
otherwise your
sir.
argument is brilliant.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anyways, moving on. Okay, this is Anita Singh. Yes, Anita.
Hello, sir. My name is Aditi. I'm actually using my mom's account.
Okay,
May I please go the next?
all right.
Uh, Thank you.
Okay, so uh, Ayog is here. Ayog, go ahead. Just speak it. Where to
Yes,
excuse
sir.
people बोलना आप सब लोग because we
Sir,
are in the interview.
it is a great time to spend with your friends or even by yourself. It is also an amazing way to relieve stress. It is also a good thing to train your mind. Sir, scientists prove that 90% people who play games are have a sharper minds than normal people. Gaming includes connecting connection with people from all around the world, and it improves our teamwork skills, building relationship with your friends. It enhances social connection too.
Okay, Ayog, can you please give me your impact
Sir, I'm
again?
done.
Yeah, I heard.
Yes, sir.
Can you please just give me your impact again?
Sir, impact is like so they get sharper minds and they get enhanced with social connection. Sir, they improve their skills, teamwork, building relationship with friends.
चलो okay. Ayog, see, for you and for everyone. देखो, आप लोग जब बोलोगे that it improves this skill, it improves this skill, it improves this skill. That is a claim that you are making. Okay. Now, what will come in impact is not that it improves this skill. What you need to show me in impact is that ये skill improve होने से तुम्हारी life कैसे better होगी. This is what I expect from you all in the impact. Okay. So I hope just do that impact thing. Rest all is fine. Okay.
Okay, sir,
Moving
I
on.
will change it and then I will text you.
Sure.
May I speak now?
Who is this?
Aditi.
Yeah, I had asked you, right? Go ahead.
Online games are not inherently a curse for teenagers, as many games require hand eye coordination and problem solving skills, which can result in overall development. And as video games require sustained attention and focus, which can help develop stronger concentration skills, which we know is important in school and work settings.
Okay. Good. So once again, you told me, you gave me a slight hint of the impact that it is important in the school and professional setting. Just a little bit more explanation of it. Okay.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
do that.
I'm
Sir,
sorry.
I
Could you
sent you
I'm
my
out.
debate.
All right. I'll
please could
see
you
that.
repeat? I could not listen.
Yeah, Aditi, see, you gave me some hint of your impact that it is important for them in their school and professional settings, but I want a little bit more on the impact. How exactly? Okay, that's just I I am thinking of taking a special class in impact for you all guys tomorrow because that is what most of you need, I think. But okay, moving on, we have next raised hands list is Nitin is not here, I guess. Nitin, are you here? Just
Yeah, I'm
confirm.
here. I'm not actually Nathan. I'm using my father's account. My name's Darsh.
Your name is Daksh.
My name is Darsh. Yes. Can I start?
Yeah, please.
Do you want your kid to stop playing online games? Many don't know that gaming helps reduce stress in kids. Reason: online gaming increases quick thinking and also helps increase concentration, helping them to be ready for jobs that only use online devices. The impact is that in just a few weeks' time, you will see quick solutions in real life problems and level ups in cooperation. Even you also see stress levels go down. The evidence is that studies show that video games have a positive effect on children, including better performances on working memory compared to children who have never played video games. Thank you.
Okay, great. Daksh. See, that was great as an argument, but just one thing. Your stress part, that is a different argument. So don't add that one in this. Okay, over here, when you're talking about improving your skills, that is a different argument, and stress is a different argument. If you mix both of them up, firstly, you are eating one of your arguments, so your points will be reduced because of that. And secondly, it will become confusing. Just keep it your skill develop part in this and keep stress for the next argument. And your argument was great. Okay,
Yes, I'll work on that.
all great. So I'll move to the next one. This is Aradhya.
Online gaming improves the logical thinking of the teens. While gaming, the player needs to keep them safe and sound at the same time while reaching the end. They need to logically think about clearing out the path within a short period of time. This can help them to work smartly in a logical way. The competitive examinations there they require the logical thinking. Online games are crucial as they are not only there for entertainment, but there are some serious games also which benefit the people and society.
Okay, Aradhya. Aradhya, do one thing. Send me this argument again. But what I want you to do is this time be more specific in it. Okay, like instead of saying that it leads to a positive impact on the environment, it leads to a positive impact in the world. Tell me which positive impact are you talking about right now? क्योंकि मैं तो हजार कह सकता हूँ तुम जिसकी बात कर रही हो भी तो वो exactly बताते हुए give me the specific. Okay, right. Now see guys, it's already 6. Those of you who want to leave can leave right now, and those of you who want to stay and give me their arguments, you all can stay. Okay. I might switch my device in a minute or two because this one may get turned off. So I'll just switch the device. बट मीन वाइल अगर किसी को जाना हो या जो लोग अपनी स्पीच अपना डिबेट बोल चुके हो वो लोग लीव कर सकते हो एंड जो लोग रुक के अभी अपने अपने डिबेट बोलना चाहते हैं दोस गाइस कैन स्टे ओके एंड आई विल जस्ट चेंज माय डिवाइस जस्ट इन अ second. Stream image. Okay, guys. So I have joined from a hello. I don't think it's echoing now. Is it? Someone please confirm.
No, sir.
No, great, wonderful. So I've joined from a different device as well. Okay, we'll be moving ahead. All right, who's next? Akshara.
I'll just start. Okay. Gaming is a modern interactive form of entertainment which enhances cognitive skills and provides stress relief. I personally say that gaming for teens can be important because it increases concentration and cognitive skills. Games can help us teens with stress relief from school stress. They might help us to take a break from negative situations in which we can be. In today's world, not only are teens more introverted but less social. Games played with teammates can help teens stop teammates, helping them feel less lonely. Games might positively impact teenagers' mental health while helping their cognitive skills, and which result can help with school. Gaming can also help with personal development, therefore helping teens in their future. When approached with moderation and balance, gaming isn't a curse, but rather a valuable tool which can contribute to the well-being of teenagers. Thank you.
Okay, great. Akshara, brilliant. Just like I think you are an experienced debater as well, right?
Sort of.
It felt so. See, your argument was great and it was wonderful. But just like मैंने अभी पहले किसी से कहा था कि because it was good, अब मैं nitty-gritties में जाऊंगा. So, towards the later half of your argument, he said one thing that when used in moderation, gaming can be great. अब देखो, what happens is when you say such a line now, if there will be some opponent like me or if there will be some बदतमीज वाला opponent, what he will do is that he will simply pick your this line and will say, ठीक है, whatever you are saying is true when gaming is used in moderation. But what happens in reality is that these games are so very addictive that people are unable to use them in moderation, especially the teens. And वहीं पे your argument will become weak. All right. So therefore, just don't use this line. Is my voice clear now, Akshara? Were you able to understand whatever I spoke till now?
Oh yes, right.
Okay. So just don't use this line. Except for this line, it was brilliant. Which argument you gave. Okay? All right. I'll just turn off my camera and okay. Moving ahead. Vanya.
Hello, excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Uh,
Ayok. Just a second, Vanya,
Video
please.
games. Sorry for interrupting you in between.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, in our that that group, sir, what is your mobile number, sir? I have to send you a voice.
Uh, this is you can see any message in which the name Krishna Pathak is written, or else just wait a second. I'll just drop a message on the group. That's middle. This is Krishna. So I sent a message right now. You can send all that to that. Okay. Yes, Vanya,
Okay,
please, your argument.
thank you.
Video games are one step before a whole other virtual universe. As quoted by Vin Diesel, online gaming, according to me, enhances critical thinking not only for teenagers but also for adults. It inspires and helps build imaginativeness and also building confidence. In it is not only a platform for entertainment which helps relieving stress of studies, schools, etc., but also is essential for the future with giving real life experiences at a young age as said by studies.
Okay, see, Vanya, you gave me some good points, right? But as I told you earlier, you need to give me one single argument right now and give me that in depth. Okay. Whatever things you spoke right now were great, and I can make 10 arguments out of it. And even you can do so. Right? But what I want you to do right now is give me one single argument and go into its detail. Give me a title for that. Give me a reasoning for that. Give me an impact for that, and give me an evidence. Okay. So just do all of this at least for one argument and WhatsApp me the same. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
No worries. I will have to leave. So can I be next? I'm sure, Millie, that everyone wants to leave, but like, chalo, bolo right now. Just make it a little
Excuse me, sir.
yes, Sanvi.
So can I speak a rehearsed version of my speech after everyone's done?
Sure,
Thank you, sir.
no worries. Oh yes, Manif.
Oh, yes, so actually, the topic is the gaming is a curse for teenagers, but it actually is not a curse for teenagers because, like a 1 year old boy learned gaming from a game, sorry, driving from a game, and saved his grandfather who just collapsed while taking him to the game station. And it is essential also because it could lead you for it could be like a career for the for some people who are not like very good at studies.
Mm-hmm. Uh, are you done, Manif?
Yes.
Okay. Millie, just confirm. मैंने क्या गलत सुना? What aged child?
Sorry, but I actually have to leave. It's an emergency. So can I tell you tomorrow?
Okay. All right. So can you stay till the feedback for the feedback, or do you need to go right now? See, बहुत quickly मैं
Yeah,
बोल देता हूँ.
actually I
हाँ.
need to go reach now.
चलो अच्छा fine.
Right
Fine,
now.
fine, fine. Okay, fine. Just drop me a message and I'll send you in the WhatsApp. Okay, the feedback. All right. Moving ahead. Who's next? It is Aranya.
Online games improve brain development. Online
Aranya.
Hello,
I think.
so can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you now.
Online games improve brain development. Online games improve concentration as they have as the player has to focus. They also improve motor skills. We have to use hand-eye coordination uh, as we have to see what's happening and we have to do the hand movements simultaneously. Uh, these have good impacts like they help as I said, hand-eye coordination, reflexes, and many other things. Um, there was a boy who had very slow reflexes, and he would do everything very slowly. So someone advised him to play video games, and that helped him a lot. His reflexes became strong, uh, and like he used to do everything very fast. Thank you.
Okay, Aranya. You gave me good reasons. You gave me good. You gave me an example as an evidence as well. Just a little bit more on the impact. Cool. All right. Quickly moving on. Moving on. Next one is going to be. This is who is this like Kanpur Dentals and Implants? What is your name? Because I know you can be out of those two, but I don't know exactly who is that.
Sir, actually, this is my father's number, so
I know.
actually that. I'm Kaina.
Right. You are Kaina. Okay, Kaina. Go ahead.
Okay. Online gaming habits can escalate into addiction, which can negatively impact the physical and mental health of the individual. Physical harm, for instance, can include reduced sleep, vision problems, back pain, and poor diet, and much more.
Okay. So Kaina, that was an argument for the motion, right? And we were doing
Yeah.
against the motion right now. But it's fine if you gave me an argument for the motion. From a for the
Okay.
motion point of view, your argument was good. You gave me a reason for that. You gave me an impact for that. Yes, that was good enough. Just to make it even better, if you want, you can show me some sort of more importance to it. Of course, it is very important that your physical health remains intact. But still, if you can add importance, because that's the only thing lacking in your argument right now. That's all
Okay.
is great. Okay, Kaina. Then moving on, we have Abhigyan, right?
Yes, sir. Sir, may I start?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Online games contain questions which help in choosing between two options, and some games also require fast reactionary abilities. So, as an impact, they help us in life when we are in a dilemma and can also improve our concentration. Gaming is important as it can aid us in learning skills like quick decision making and enhanced concentration. Evidence. Would you rather is a game which can significantly help you in critical thinking. Thank you.
Okay. Again, the impact. And secondly, we are giving an example as an evidence now. And it is for all those who are here who gave example for evidence. Examples as an evidence can work, but the thing is that if you give me just one single game which does it, then it is not as powerful as compared to when you show me that how every game would help you in building this. For example, भाई PUBG and BGMI जो हम लोगों ने बहुत खेला है, even if you talk about that, that it helped you improve your reaction time, okay, then that is something क्योंकि वो बहुत popular game है, बहुत ज़्यादा लोग खेलते हैं, so it becomes a way better example. Would you rather would also do as an example, but comparatively it would be a little. So again, your argument was good, your reasoning was good. Just give me impact, and for example, this small thing. Rest was great.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Abhijit.
Okay, sir. I'm sorry. Thank you, sir.
No worries. All right, Advika.
Yes, sir. Um, Online gaming is one of the significant advantages that gives people a platform in which they can play together regardless of geographical boundaries. Games also make teens good in problem solving, enhance their level of strategic thinking, and quicken decision making. Gamers can communicate and elaborate with people from all over the world. Also, gaming provides teens a competitive environment which makes them strong for their future. Moreover, gaming also leaves a positive impact on teens. For many people nowadays, gaming has become a career platform.
Okay. See, same thing for you as well. देखो अद्विका, आपने जो मुझको चीजें बताई, I can break them into multiple arguments. Okay, and when I do that, my debate will become better. Why? Because now I'll have 3 arguments instead of 2 or instead of just 1. So do that, and then get one specific argument, and for that give me all of these individually. And please WhatsApp me the same. Okay, Advika, will you?
Yes, sir.
Great, great.
Thank you.
No worries. Moving on, Soumya.
Gaming is very beneficial for teens in many ways. Online gaming requires players to solve complex problems, make quick decisions. Online gaming can enhance a teenager's problem solving abilities and multitasking skills. Engaging in gaming develops critical thinking and cognitive skills. Improving cognitive skills during teenager years is very crucial as this period is significant for brain development. By enhancing cognitive skills through gaming contributes in overall intellectual growth for lifelong learning.
Great, Soumya. Your argument had all things. It had the reasoning, it had the importance, it had the impact as well. So good work. Now, if you want, you can add an evidence to it, factual thing to it. Otherwise, it's wonderful. And if you want, you can try making a new one and send it. Okay. All right, moving on, just a few more names. Ayushi.
Yes, sir. May I start?
Yeah, please.
Playing online games isn't always a bad idea, as you may think it is. If you see on the other side of the grass, online games like Better Health all offers a valuable and effective way to improve teen mental health by promoting emotional expression, social skills, problem solving, and self-awareness. Many games requires its player to collaborate with each other, strategize, and communicate easily with others in order to succeed or solve a task in a virtual environment that is often less imitating than face to face interactions. In addition to this, online gaming can provide a sense of belonging and community for teenagers who may feel isolated or marginalized in other aspects of their lives. In this way, online gaming can provide a stimulating and enriching experience that contributes positively to teenagers' intellectual development. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, Ayushi, you gave me a lot of claims, which were great. That you told me that it's important for those who feel lonely, and over there it is required for you to build connections and everything. So you gave me two, three such claim, claims. But what I wanted to do is that each of these claims can be an individual argument. And now, to make those claims something that I can buy, something that I can, trust that you are right, to make those claims such, please give me a reasoning for all of them. Give me different impact for all of them and give me importance for all of them. Okay. So just at least take one of them and do all of this on that one and send me. Okay, Ayushi?
I also meant to find statistics like to tell like
Huh.
how many people have better therapy
Right, right.
but like I can.
Uh-huh. Right. It will be great. It will be great. Okay. Moving on, we have Ishani.
Online gaming, a boon to tech savvy teenagers. Online gaming may enhance confidence. It allows teenagers to explore more and outstretch their social circle. A survey done showed that 13-year-old teenagers solve problems better than 21-year-old adults themselves. And adults themselves. This shows the rational thinking as our mind starts working with a different perspective, which leads teenagers to think out of the box. Gaming helps us to escape the real world and allows us to give ourselves a break, which is indeed important as nowadays teenagers are facing stress issues and are entering into depression. But gaming is only a boon if pursued in a limit as it enhances our focus and helps us to stay mindful. And if not done so, a teenager shall not stay up to date and shall lack its social interaction. Done.
Eh, Okay, see, Ishani, uh, you were great in the beginning, but just one thing that whenever you are giving a debate, and especially a conventional debate, do not switch your side at all. Do not say कि if you do it in limit only, then it is good. उससे ज़्यादा करोगे तो खराब हो जाएगा. See, what you are saying is totally right. But that is not something that you should say when you are defending online gaming in a conventional debate. अगर उसको तुम डिफेंड कर रही हो इन अ कन्वेंशनल डिबेट यू आर जस्ट गोइंग टू से कि भैया ये तो सही ही है उस पर तुम ये बात करोगे ये नहीं कि हाँ अगर ज्यादा खेला तो गलत हो सकता है नहीं यू आर जस्ट नॉट सेइंग कि वो गलत है चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए ओके शानी
Okay. So can I
ऑलराइट
speak
वंडरफुल
now? Thank you.
Can we leave the meeting?
I have to
सन
go actually. So can I speak now?
सन सानवी आई नो बट लाइक आफ्टर एवरीवन ना क्या सब लोग एक बार बोल चुके हैं यहाँ पे जो है
No, sir. Actually, I haven't speak.
राइट
No, sir.
सो
Yeah, no,
बस
sir.
थोड़ी सी देर सानवी बस थोड़ी देर सानवी रुक जाओ otherwise you can send me on the WhatsApp and I'll respond to you surely okay uh Ranjana was, I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Sir Rashi.
Rashi,
I'm so
Rashi.
sorry.
Yeah, go
Yes.
ahead.
Online gaming is a curse for teenagers is a very vast and a versatile topic to talk about. It helps in development and tricks their mind to think in a better and critical way and make them feel fresh, giving an exhilarating experience, reducing all the stress. Many people are stressed and irritated by doing the work, so it will also help them to feel favorable and exceptional and helps them to escape from the real life work. These games which provide to think in a better way, then it helps in real life and help them to make quick based decisions. This argument is important because it is a basic, including human interest and also giving many benefits out of it. Thus, when we are discussing about the motion of online gaming is a curse for teenagers, it is crucial to understand the benefits and try to make a good version out of it. As a coin has two sides, likewise it also has benefits and drawbacks. So rather than seeing always from the unfavorable side, we must also see it from a good and a beneficial side. Thank
Okay,
you.
Ranjana, sorry, Rashi. That was good. Your argument was good. It had everything. It had impact. It had reasoning. It had importance. But once again, just towards the end, आपने भी वही गलती की जो आपसे पहले भी की थी कि like आपने वो बोला कि हर every coin has two faces or something like that कि इसके positives भी है negatives भी है. Don't say that. Just say कि positives ही हैं, negatives तो है ही नहीं. Okay. All right, Rashi. Okay. Now we have Manza. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Sir, it's my first
Mhm.
debate. So,
Okay. Okay. All right. Great. Go ahead.
development of various skills. Do you know what is my favorite part of game? It gives opportunity. Teenagers who cannot afford various skills like art, fashion, designing by playing online games, they find everything. Suppose they are playing an art game, so colors and tools are available by the particular game. They learn various languages, and online gaming also provides teenagers to imagine the various things which they cannot do in actual life. Games related to sports like shooting, playing football makes the teenagers to play the games in real life and makes them confidence. So that's
Mhm.
it.
Okay. That was good enough. Once again, impact. Okay.
Sir, I
Just
have
add impact.
written
Uh,
Sir, I have written this much only by playing online games. It gains the interest of the teenagers in various fields like art, fashion designing, photo shoots, and sports, etc.
okay, fine. This can be. This can do. I guess कुछ थोड़ा सा और इसमें कुछ ऐड कर दो. So it can be better, but otherwise it can be. Right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Rashi.
Sir, can I get to know how to write the impact? Because while writing, we are confused because sometimes impact is also based on reasoning because reasoning sometimes we include the points in reasoning and we don't get an impact. I hope you are understanding.
Right. See. Rashi. This is something that I noticed in a lot of you that most of the people were not able to give me a separate impact. So I will definitely cover that in tomorrow's class in detail. Okay.
So
Right.
actually, when writing the whole structure of argument, so I'm finding difficulty in evidence.
You're finding difficulty. See, evidence is nothing but evidence is simply भाई नेट से कोई भी फैक्ट देख लो, कोई भी स्टैट देख लो, कोई भी एग्जांपल देख लो एंड उनको ऐड कर दो एविडेंस में. एंड कहाँ पर ऐड करना है? जहां पर भी आपको नेचुरली सुटेबल लगे. इफ यू थिंक दैट योर फैक्ट और एग्जांपल इज समथिंग दैट इज गोइंग टू प्रूव योर आर्ग्यूमेंट, तो उसको रीजनिंग के संग बोलो. एंड अगर वो तुम्हारे आर्ग्यूमेंट के इम्पैक्ट को प्रूव कर रहा है, तो उसको इम्पैक्ट के संग बोलो. राइट? ओके. सौम्या, योर आर्ग्यूमेंट प्लीज.
Actually, my name is Reet.
Geet.
Reet.
Read,
R-E-E-T.
read. Okay, read.
Yes.
Yeah.
Online gaming Is it a curse for teenagers or not? Is a very intriguing topic. What do you think of it? Is it a curse? Well, in my opinion, it is the worst thing that could have ever happened to a teenager. You see, I have a brother, and imagine you're just lying down on a couch with nothing to do, just a phone in your hand, and you're gaming. True, it would be really enjoyable, but have you ever considered the consequences? Like obesity. If you don't get any physical exercise, you'll just get fatter and fatter and lazier and lazier. And obesity can really, you know, harm you because of diseases and everything. I have a brother who pretty much loves gaming and he really wants to go in that career. But why start it from now? Why not from when your age comes to pursue a career? So he just takes a phone or his laptop and he plays games secretly without letting anyone know. Just look at what it's doing to your honesty, your body, your eyesight. So I hope you will consider playing online games too much. That's all about it.
Okay, so I think you give me the complete debate, right? See, pretty much, I could your introduction was good, and your anecdotal approach to the speech was also good to keep it well, binded. But like, I can find one main argument in his speech that was, and apart from it, I did not find many arguments in his speech. Okay, so if you're giving me a complete debate, just add a few more arguments. It may be because, of course, right now you had very short time, so you could have only prepared this much. But if you are actually giving a complete debate, then just add
So
at
I
least
did
two
not
or
prepare it.
arguments.
It was impromptu.
Right, of course. So when you're writing a debate, just write at least two. And अभी तो चलो समझ आता है, time नहीं था, अभी आपने जल्दी जल्दी लिखा था. Okay. Now
Sir,
coming to
I've
the
not
main
written
argument.
it. Sir, I've not written it. I just cooked it up right now.
Oh, okay. So you were just thinking while speaking. Yeah, speaking while thinking. Okay. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That means that you are a good speaker. And regarding your argument, you had a good reasoning. Can you please just give me one line about your argument again so that I can, remember?
Sorry, sir.
What was it? What was your argument about? Just one line?
So my argument was that teen, teen that online gaming is a curse for teenage.
No, that is your topic. The argument was that online gaming is a curse because
Because it can give you many diseases like obesity,
right,
poor
obesity.
eyesight.
Right. That was the main one. Okay, that was the main argument that you've identified. वहाँ पे impact में आपने बोला था that can lead to very health problems, right? वो impact बोल के आपने खत्म कर दिया था and then you moved on. Many health problems like करके अगर बोल ना कुछ, then it would have become better. Otherwise, it was good. It was great. Okay, no more changes. All right, Sanvi, finally, बताओ भाई आराम से बताओ क्या
So
बोलना था
mainly,
आपको. Oh
the
yes, Soumya,
first
you
time
can.
I spoke, it was out of nervousness, but this time also it's impromptu. But I'm speaking it by thinking only.
Okay, fine, Sanvi, go
Can
ahead.
I start?
Yes, please.
In recent years, the world of online gaming has experienced an unprecedented surge in popularity, with millions of players logging in every day to explore virtual worlds, compete with others, and forge new connections. Online gaming has become more than just a pastime. It's a global phenomenon. The pros of online gaming are social connection is one of the most significant advantages of online gaming. Its ability to bring people together, regardless of their geographical boundaries. Gamers can communicate, collaborate, and build friendships with individuals from all over the world. We also have cognitive benefits from gaming. Contrary to the stereotype of gaming as a mindless activity, many online games require a high level of strategic thinking, problem solving, and quick decision making. Games like chess, MOBAs, and real time strategy games challenge players' cognitive abilities, patiently improving memory, concentration, and critical thinking skills. Gaming also has many career opportunities, like uh, game developers and many others. Though many people say that we can get health problems or can be addicted to online games, I believe that if we stay in a limit of all these things and do it as a do it as a lovely thing to do, which is our passion, it wouldn't be harmful to us. In a conclusion, gaming is a complex one. It's gaming's argument is complex. Like many forms of entertainment and recreation, moderation is key. Online gaming can be a source of joy, social connection, and personal growth, but it can also lead to addiction, isolation, and toxicity if not approached mindfully. Thank you.
Okay, Sandy, your entire debate was great. Just towards the end, that same thing कि भाई अगर आप फॉर द मोशन बोल रहे हो देन डू नॉट से कि अगर एक्सेसिव करोगे तो अगेंस्ट द मोशन हो जाएगा या एक्सेसिव करोगे तो दिक्कत हो जाएगा दिक्कत की फिर बात ही मत करो अगर आप डिफेंड कर रहे हो उसको ओके
Okay, so thank you.
रेस्ट हाँ रेस्ट ऑल इज फाइन एंड अगर चाहो तो बस ऐसे कर लो कि थोड़े बहुत क्वेश्चंस ऐड कर दो दैट्स जस्ट ओके ऑलराइट किसी को कुछ बोलना है आबिर राम्या आई थिंक आप लोगों ने नहीं बोला रणवीर
Yes, sir.
आपने कोई आर्गुमेंट बोला था आबिर
No, sir.
आई वांट यू टू स्पीक देखो केवल 5 लोग बाकी हैं अभी इंक्लूडिंग यू एंड मी दैट मींस ओनली 3 अदर्स कुछ भी बोल लो
Okay. So many games require precise movements, and the repetitive nature can help children develop muscle memory and dexterity. These skills can be useful in everyday activities such as writing, drawing, sports. Video games are useful and enjoyable tools for people as it benefits them in many aspects, such as improving one's brain, teaching, driving, one making people successful in their work life, and gaining a lot of knowledge.
ओके दैट वाज गुड बोला करो ना आप अच्छा बोलते हो
Yes, sir.
ओके अब चलो just had a little more impact to your debate next time but otherwise you were speaking good do speak
Thank you,
okay
sir.
uh Ramya do you want to speak an argument please
I will send you.
you have sent me
I will send you.
okay you will send me the complete one that's fine but I want you to speak the incomplete one right now if you can please
Online gaming is negative, but it has some positive things. Some online games are for studies and some are for deep thinking. Also, some games are for making apps from children, like Whitehead Junior.
okay Ramya see जब आपने स्टार्ट किया ना do not say कि ऑनलाइन गेमिंग इज नेगेटिव बट आल्सो पॉजिटिव ये अगर आपने स्टार्टिंग में ही बोल दिया कि वो नेगेटिव है तो फिर आपका स्टैंड गलत हो जाएगा राइट सो डू नॉट से दैट
Okay,
ठीक है अदरवाइज आप मुझे एक आर्गुमेंट लिख के भेज दो एंड आई विल डेफिनेटली गिव यू फीडबैक
okay, thank you.
ओके रामया रणवीर आप हो यहाँ
So,
पे
can I leave?
या रामया यू कैन
Bye, sir.
बाय रामया रणवीर आर यू हियर ओके रणवीर लेट्स एंड दिस मीटिंग देन